Hey YouTube, Mr. Ram Pro, sorry about that. The camera cut off on me. That crap sucks. But anyways, I'll show you exactly where it cut off on me here in a minute, towards the tail end of the video. You know, of course, right as you finish, the stupid thing dies. Or actually it cut off back here, and I completely didn't notice till the end, so that really sucked. But anyways, this is the Emerson. At first I thought this is an Emerson Specwar. At first I thought it was an Emerson SOCFK for that. What is it? What is it? What does it stand for? Subcompact combat folding knife or some freaking crap like that. Whatever. Special operations combat folding knife. Something like that. Anyways, correct me below. But it's actually a Specwar. So I thought about getting it pimped and getting it kind of more tailored to exactly what I wanted, and I didn't think my skills were at the level to actually make it a, kind of like a Emerson custom knockoff. I was going to do the green micarta and the titanium bolster and everything like that, but I haven't really played around with it that much here lately. I haven't done anything with, pimping my own knives or playing around or doing any of the knives at all. We've just been doing stuff around the house. So I decided to just carry it like it is, obviously. This is a 2001 model, so it gets a moderate amount of usage. I do like the blade shape, and I think the ergonomics are awesome on the handle. I'm going to start carrying it more, but I just haven't carried it just tons, and I think I'm going to probably start. It's kind of one of those things that you kind of forget about, set off to the side, kind of forget about. You'll see that this list is fairly long, so I have quite a few folders that I pick from that are, all of them are in the rotation. I don't have any other than some of my traditionals that don't get used, so all of these, they're all fair game. It doesn't really matter as long as I'm not destructive with them. You know what I mean? I'll use them. And now, so this one here, like I said, start carrying it more. It is in the rotation, but I just didn't carry it very often. And now Paramilitary 2. This thing is extremely sweet. I really like this knife. That's my favorite way of opening it too, by the way. Just put the finger right here. Fire, just like that thing's awesome. But did a couple of inlays to it. You guys have probably seen some of the other videos. Just made the texture a little bit more to my liking. This thing's awesome. I don't use it as much because I have so many as I used to. This was my go-to knife every single day. But nowadays I've got quite a few, so it doesn't get to see too much pocket time, or as much as it used to, but it's definitely still in the rotation and a not going to get rid of kind of knife, so that's pretty cool. And I'm going to try to start speeding up a little bit through this thing. This here is a Strider Buck collaboration. This is older, discontinued, but eProg had pimped it, and I bought it off the internet. And this has carbon fiber scales, titanium liners. This has the black blade. I don't know what their coating is, and they're 420 HC steel from Buck, but an extremely fun knife. I love playing with this knife. Ergonomics are great on it. I really think this is one of my favorite ones. I EDC this thing a lot. This one gets probably more pocket time. Well, there's one other. I'll show you it too when we get to it, but there's one other that gets the equal amount of pocket time as that one. So but when I get there, we'll hook you up. That thing's just awesome. So I'd recommend look at it. And at the price point, I think I paid $200 for it or something like that, a little over maybe. For that price point, you can't beat it, and it put me into a Strider. Whereas, I kind of got this rule right around $200 or so. Depending on what it is. But past that $300 to $400 to $500 range, kind of starts. I got to really justify it. And the Sabenzas, yes, they have gone above it, but if I can find one of these for $400, I'd probably pick it up. But I haven't seen one for $400 as of late. Also, I haven't been looking, so is what it is. This here is the JD Smith. Really sweet knife. I know that last part I just rambled quite a bit, so I was actually thinking about that. But it says the olive drab or the foliage green G10. I'll tell you what, this thing never really got credit, but this is an awesome folder. I know I say this in every one of the videos that's in here. I just, rant and rave about it, but VG10, can't say anything bad about that blade steel, and holds a great edge. This blade shape is awesome. I like the ability to be able to close it like that. Let's see here. Kind of doing the drop down on your finger with that big portion of the blade that's not, sharpened at all. It's really, let's see, there you go. It's really convenient to drop that down. You can open and close it one-handed, being a lockback, so that's pretty cool. And did a little bit of playing on the G10. I don't know if you can see that in the light. But either way, just a great knife. Had to be in here. I carry this thing all the darn time. It's up there. It's not as much as that Strider, but it's up there pretty good. Or that buck, I guess I should actually say. Strider designed a buck, but whatever. And this is actually where the video cut off on me just a minute ago. So that's what sucks. But here, zero tolerance, 301. This is a freaking tank. I like this thing just because of how huge it is. When I first got it, I was like, man, this thing sucks. It's so freaking big. You know, it's as big as my Recon 1. But then when I started thinking about it, I'm like, hold on. I kind of like that it's that big. And that kind of became the thing for it. You know, it's so big. That's why I like it. This thing is huge. I mean, it fits in your hand. It's a big old fat, probably 1.5 inch wide handle. The blade is big and fat. And just reminds me of a shovel. So that's pretty sweet, probably. I'd heard the Striders, you know, you could use them to dig in and stuff like that. You know, I'm not sure if that was the design, but if you needed to dig a hole, this would definitely help you do it fairly quickly. And it is spring assist. I haven't done a full review on this thing. That bolt was pretty sweet. I liked that part of it. This thing's just a stout freaking knife. I mean, I feel like I could probably open a door with this thing, so that's pretty cool. Not going to try it. I don't want to break them, but at the same time, this thing's just heavy duty. I really like it. I love the blade design on it, and it actually gets more pocket time than what I thought it would when I first got it, just because of its size. And that leads me into the next one, the Recon 1 I just mentioned. Yeah, I do carry this thing. This is my yard knife. I use this thing for everything outside. So if I'm outside, just because that triad lock is so freaking strong, this is the knife that I use. So when I'm doing any kind of construction in the yard, building a deck or building tree forts, you know, for my kids or whatever it is, this thing gets the pocket time for sure. I love how it has no liners, just the G10, and it's stout, really stout. Great freaking knife. If you don't have one for like 50 bucks, this is probably the best deal out of any of these knives that I'm showing you right now. Actually, it is. Looking at all of them and the ones coming up, yeah, this is the cheapest, and for the money, I think the best freaking knife out here. So this one definitely gets freaking a huge thumbs up for me. But just like I was talking about with that other knife, they make pretty outlandish claims on their knives too. You know, they got, well, not really. They back some of their claims up too, so I can't say too much. Because those cold steel videos, they show guys doing pull-ups off these freaking knives, you know, stuck into wood and stuff, which is pretty cool. So, great knife, Recon 1, pick one up for sure. If you don't have one of those, I definitely probably recommend picking one of those up more than any other. And this here is the full-size CQC-15. This took the place of my CQC Mini 15, or Mini CQC-15, however they say that. That knife was destroyed in an accident gone bad, so the blade was just freaking demolished, so I couldn't do anything about it. Is what it is. I had this one already, so instead of buying a new Mini, I just decided to upgrade to the bigger size, and it's really not that bad. I actually carried this one yesterday to work, and worked out pretty good. I mean, this thing's it's a big knife, it really is, and usually I put these in my back pocket when I'm at work, and that way I can put like a slip joint in my front pocket. But this thing's, it's stout. I mean, I'm not freaking lying. These Emersons, they stick up for what they're saying, and the wave feature, great. Fastest deployment method I've seen ever as far as a folding knife, so that's pretty cool. Just a really clean, great look. I love the shape of this. This is probably the most ergonomic and fun freaking knife as far as fitting in your hand and a pleasure to use. Is this thing. The only thing that does kind of tick me off, and you do got to get used to, is the freaking sharpening on it. I've gotten used to it, but it's just something else to get used to. You know what I mean? Why can't you just be like my other knives? You know, that's the only thing that I've got. Then I wouldn't have to have something else to get used to. But I'm used to sharpening it now. This one still has a factory edge on it, actually. But by saying that, you know, I'm used to it now, so I guess I can't whine too much. And here's another one. This is the Emerson A-100. I love this knife. You can tell I did a little G10 playing around on it. Just making it mine, you know. I don't like combo edges, but this one I've almost kind of sharpened past the combo edge point, so now it's a bunch of little, let's see if I can get it to focus. it's a bunch of little like flat areas. I mean, they're just not pointy like regular combo edges are. Not anymore. Definitely taking some metal off this blade, so you can see that by how far the grind is up it to you, or the shine from the sharpening it. But sweet knife, really sharp. I use it all the time. I liked the shape, just a straight shape was really nice. Fits in the back pocket great, and can't say anything bad about it. This thing gets quite a bit of pocket time. The other knife that I was talking about that gets the most pocket time, other than that Buck Strider collab, is this one here. So I carry this thing all the freaking time. Love it to death. And that lock is a little sticky right now. Now we're getting into the, I guess we've already done one flipper. I'm looking back on it now. But yeah, we've already done one flipper. This is the Spyderco Brad Southard. And this is a cool knife. I haven't done a video as far as a review yet, but I think I've got enough data, so to speak, as far as using it to actually give an educated review on it and let you guys know how this thing does hold up, you know, as far as time goes. And I'll go ahead and say it now. My review will be positive. I mean, this thing's freaking sweet. The flipper is a little different. The next knife I'll show you is a flipper as well. Ergonomics are good. And actually, this knife, you do have to kind of throw, I have to anyways, throw a little wrist flick and it fires right open. If I don't add any wrist flick, it'll go open, but just not what I want, you know. But throw just a little bit of wrist flick to it and it'll fly open. And I'm trying to do this right there, but anyways, they all seem about the same as I'm looking at them now. This brings me to another topic. My wife's like, you should call yourself Mr. Ramble Pro, because all you do is ramble in your videos. So I just thought I'd let you guys hear that statement, because she thought that was pretty funny.